Pure water, pure pride, pure Jamaican. Pure water is about pure hydration. Remember to drink pure water and satisfy all your pure water needs.
BLC Jamaica for all your services in alarms, CCTV, and gate automation. Call us today at 1-876-351-1105 or 876-320-7711. Check us out for all your security services. Again, call us at 1-876-351-1105 or 876-320-7711.
Greetings, everyone. This is George Rosang, listening to Open Gate Show. Number one, take a listen.
Hello, racing fan. This is Emilio Bimbo Rodriguez. Listen to the Open Gate Show with Colin Blair, giving you the latest tips and reviews on the horses. Big up the number one show.
Welcome to Friday, February 12th, 2020, Open Gate Facebook and YouTube show. So much people are subscribing now and seeing and hearing some of the intricacies of our beloved sport. It's on during the week. Subscribe and check the replays. Remember to wear your mask, keep social distancing and sanitize your hands, as well as rehydrate with pure water, pure Jamaican Pride bottled water. A pure water we drink. Be careful with the final times of horses that won or even ran in the top four in the last three race meet, as there was a heavy wind blowing behind the horses on the backstretch and blowing against them in the stretch. So remember, please be careful when you're selecting your I5s and whatever exotic betting or whatever betting. Well, it's Valentine's Day, February 14th, that's Sunday. So you better listen carefully to the Open Gate Show analysis. Or maybe home on Sunday will be a lonely place. The first race starts at 11:40 a.m., 10 races. And they go 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. It's for native-bred 4-year-olds and up. Fillies and mares only. It's a maiden condition race. Number one, O'Halite, making her seasonal debut, fairly well trained and getting first-time blinkers. Did run 2 good races on the 17th of March, going 6.5 furlongs. She took up the lead, approaching the furlong point, and looked all over a winner, but ended up second, half a length, and let him fly. Came back after 7 months, 4th of October, going 5.5 furlongs, and kind of won pace to be second, 8 3/4 lengths behind Ocean Wave, going 5.5 furlongs. Shaboom was a length and a quarter behind. O'Halite gets the services of Orlando Foster. Number 2, My Smoky, has been flashing speed, but weakens approaching the winning post. Number 3, Purposely, running over varied distances, placing third in her last 4 starts, has number 7, Above All Links, to overcome if she intends to win or even get on the board. Number 4, Gorgeous Gift. Anyone would want a gorgeous gift, but the best one is when it's a surprise. Hey, Valentine's Day is a perfect day for that. Let's see tomorrow. Number 6, Toughness, ran okay against weaker, coming off way off the pace in the 5.5 furlong race on the 30th of January, and close passing tiring ones to be second, 4 3/4 lengths with Dave Nelson. Have it all to do against these though. Number 7, Above All Links, consistent, but ain't seem to have the necessary fight to be first in front at the winning post. Surely fit and will again give a very good display. Number 8, Daytona Bell, changed stables since last race. She gets the cheek pieces and possible her ears could be caught for tomorrow's event. A horse, the reason why Horseman corks a horse ears or they use the hooded equipment. Some horses don't like anything on their face. So the trainer will cork their ears. Some horses don't mind, so the wood will be used. Similar thing. What happened, some horses seems to pay attention to the noise in the stand. But on this occasion, there's not much noise due to the COVID protocols with not much people gathering at any given point. Maybe whatever she hears. But anyway, let's cut it short. Daytona Bell will be gunning for the lead with Trevor Simpson, and she'll have to be caught. Number 9, Ultimatum, third race in 2 weeks. One of these, number 7, Above All Links, number 3, Purposely, number 1, Oha Light, number 4, Gorgeous Gift, number 8, Daytona Bell. We go to race 2, and in that race, we have 9 horses going 7.5 furlongs, 1,500 meters for native bred trios only. It's a maiden special weight race. Number 1, Curlin's Kawata, raced 3 times, all out the straight course. Last 2 were okay. Getting on the curve now with first time blinkers, stretching out, looking a bit improved. And Curlin's Kawata is bred for stamina by Perfect Curlin, out of Kawata by Ease the Real Thing, rather. Number 2, 7 Stars, small filly who ran hard 2 weeks ago, 31st of January, going a mile, and looked challenging up to near the winning post, but faltered in the end to be second, 2.5 lengths to Fighting Cowgirl. She should run well again. Number 4, Catalina, highly thought of thoroughbred filly who has plenty use. Ran well less than a week ago, a day less than a week ago. That's the 7th of February, going 6 furlongs, when fought hard to try to overcome Anthony Nunes' magical mood, and ended up half a length second. Fitter now, over a much suited distance, she should be a lonely winner if ain't affected by this quick return. Number 5, JJ Warrior, looking better since last race and could be on the lower end of the board. Number 6, Hills Vision, small filly who is improving and could be one of the top 3 to fight for the win. Wasn't too happy how she ran on last, though, the 30th of January. I was expecting much better. She served at the start and won pace throughout to be third, 5.5 lengths behind Regal and Royal and Will at War. Let's see what the Cardenas can do for a better run. Number 8, Maya, another who is looking a wee bit better since last race and maybe could factor in the lower end of your exotics. Number 9, Letters in Gold, the most experienced horse here, should find a placing on the lower end of your exotics. But number 4, Catalina, firmly from number 6, Hillis Vision. Number 2, 7 Stars. Number 1, Curlin Carwater. Number 5, JJ Warrior. Race number 3, 7.5 furlongs again, or 1,500 meters. 8 starters. It's 4 native bred 4-year-olds. It's a maiden condition race. Number 1, Blue Epiphany, first of 2 for trainer Tenson Chung, who had leading rider O'Shea Nugent declared on both Blue Epiphany and Commandante Luna. Well, Nugent is aboard Commandante Luna number 7. So, it's likely that the focus is there. Number 2, Silent Cat has been displaying courage over the minimum trip. That was on the 2nd of January, when ran a very good race, finishing third, 3.5 lengths to Lava Boy and Bossy and Flashy. Its 2 subsequent outings were not much. Had Shane Ellis on 2 weeks ago, and now gets Dane Nelson. Very interesting. Number 3, Commissioner, fairly well-bred US-bred gelding, born here in Utero, was all the rage last week over 4 furlong straight. Goes on the turns again and is stretching out with tongue-tie return. A change of rider for the first time in this horse, for this horse's 7th career start. Is surely fitter with those 2 successive starts that was on the 30th of January and the 7th of February. So those 2 races could bring this one much fitter. And you may give up on this one, and the mistake is there when you see him in the winner's enclosure. Number 4, Mr. A, coming along steadily as he has been taken to task since his last race on January the 9th, which was nothing much. As a matter of fact, Mr. A's 4 career starts showed nothing. Has had 3 out of those starts, though. Mr. A getting first time blinkers and should show some value this time around for his 4th career start. Number 5, Amanda Chelsea, wasn't really a factor for New Barn 2 weeks ago, but the presence of Anthony Thomas is a positive point. Number 6, Corandero, looking in fine tune since early January, surely fitted now. And if he can duplicate that race on the 1st of January, coming off a 5-month hiatus, when going 6.5 furlongs, up with the leaders and faded a bit to be 4th, 5 1/4 lengths behind the disqualified horse, Gorgeous Gift, Jolly's Dream, and My Smoky. Corandero, Tevin Foster rides, and this apprentice has been looking very focused and serious, so you have to bear a view in all that he's riding. Number 7, Commandante Luna, being stepped up to the size and attracts the leading rider and apprentice O'Shane Nugent. Number 8, Lions Den, his last 2 were awful, but maybe can do better. I still don't think he will run a good race though, seen from what I saw this morning, but so much time within 2 days. Number 7, Commandant Luna, that's my selection from number 2, Silent Cat. Number 4, Mr. A. Number 6, Corandero, Dangerous Horse. All right, we go now to race 4 furlong straight or 800 meters straight. 9 starters for 5 risen up. It's a restricted race for horses who have not won a race since when was that? For horses who have not won a race since October? No, yes, it's since October 13th. It's for 150 to 180,000 claiming group. Number 1, Lucky 9, came off a sojourn last October to race 4 times. His last was 2 weeks ago. Very poor effort. I've looked better since that race, but an exotic placing is all he should achieve, in my opinion. Ran Derby trains. Number 3, 4,000. Let's welcome back apprentice Andre Powell. He was overseas and did okay, and he's back now because of COVID and the winter, etc., and working very hard. 4,000 may get into the lowest section of your exotics. Number 4, Hail Mary, could find a top 3 spot, but has to keep a straight course to win. If she just to the stand side, she has a jockey that could be the pivotal part of giving Hail Mary a winning chance. Number 5, Freedom for Eds. This apprentice, Marshall Porter, went aboard this horse December 7th, 2019. That's quite a while. Since then, this 8-year-old ran 25 times and has been up in the earlies in most of those races, but falters a bit approaching the winning post. Still has a winning chance against the suspected set. Number 7, Smoke Screen, ran okay 4 weeks ago, furlong less than tomorrow's distance. 16th of January, when it's 3 furlongs straight, Smoke Screen ran evenly with this apprentice, Shane Richardson, to finish fourth, 4.5 lengths behind Parajet, Mark of a Prince, and Awesome Cat. He bled then, and if that issue is curtailed, then Smoke Screen can surely win. Number 8, Special Prosecutor, led with the win behind her on the 31st of January, opening up 3 or 4 lengths, turning to the stretch, and was weakening a bit, but was still there at the furlong points in second a length behind the new leader. Ended up 10 lengths behind Big Brown Grey Hope, Hail Mary, who is here again, Regal Prospect, and company. Now again with Nemesis Smoke Screen, who she's yet to beat, but we'll have the visor on this time. Number 9, Lady Carmen, 8-year-old mare, who has won 5 races and by far the most victories scored by a horse in this race. Ran below expectation when well supported at 5-2 on the tote. That was 2 weeks ago, and is back on in this short sprint and is well drawn. She ain't no banker, in my opinion. Number 7, Smoke Screen. Number 8, Special Prosecutor. Number 4, Hail Mary. Number 9, Lady Carmen. Number 5, Freedom for Eds. Race number 5. This race is an interesting one for many reasons. I like how I really like this program tomorrow. It's interesting. It's also very predictable, in my opinion. Race 5, 11 starters, 5 furlong straight or 1,000 meters straight for native 5 and up, who've never won 2 races in their career. Number 2, Fighting Valby. Best 2 displays in the last 8 starts were out the straight. So, she's back, very light. Michael Marler's barn. Not hot, but doing well. Number 4, It's a Beautiful Day, broke her meadow of this exact distance in 1 minute flat on the 31st of October, winning easily by 5 lengths. Back over the strip, Kim McGregor rides. Number 6, Get Storm, could get into a lower dog slot. Number 7, Casual Charm, here off a 7-month break, looking okay. Now in a different barn, let's see if she can regain her speed, as her last twice that was absent. Her best gives her a chance for a top 4 slot. Number 8, Faulina Forever. Second time in 10 career starts, she's coming off a layoff. Gets a plus in the Cardenas. Number 9, Berry Boy. Well, chances are. Number 10, Sea Cruise. Not the most reliable sort, but being eased substantially in the scales, he could do better than last. Number 11, Celebration. Well drawn with the leading rider and apprentice O'Shane Nugent. Number 11, Celebration from number 8, Falling Forever. Number 10, Sea Cruise. Number 7, Casual Charm. Well, for those who play numbers, 7-11 or 11-7, Celebration Casual Charm could be the Quinella. Well, for those who play numbers. For the lower end, number 6, That's Get Storm. Race number 6. 7 furlongs or 400 meters. It attracted 13 starters. It's for a claimers, 250,000. It's a restricted claim in race. For horses who have not earned 150,000 since the 13th of October. Number 2, Explosive Charge could close for a minor exotic slot. Number 3, Silver Cross got turned into 1 for her first start this season, 2nd of January, going 6.5 furlongs and ended up a distance last. Came back the 31st of January, not much attention on the board, and ran just as she did on the 2nd of January. Well, I've heard a whisper on her for tomorrow, but maybe it's the late singer George Michael whispering carelessly. Number 4, Tarantino has done nothing in ages, but this jockey trainer combo, Omar Simpson and trainer Raymond Townsend, recently scored with Hot Ice, another who didn't show much for a while. Number 5, Fearless Troublers, recently claimed by Ryan Darby, who has been doing tremendously well with claiming horses, may come alive tomorrow. Number 6, Smashing One, very unpredictable mare who at times get into the lower end of your trifecta or superfecta at huge odds, especially at this approximate distance. Number 7, Lady Budget, busy enough in the mornings to be considered for a top 4 spot. Number 8, Chief Prospect, 10-year-old who has won 17 races, 3 of which were at this trip. Another who has been recently claimed by a hot claiming barn in Stephen Todd, and gets Anthony Thomas to ride, who scored quite a number of races aboard this horse. Must be considered, surely. Number 9, General Mubarak, has been unusually frequent on the exercise track. So, for those who like him, wherever to win or in your exotics, that's good information. Number 10, Walton Matilda, been around for a long while without showing anything except 3 weeks ago to be 4th, 8 lengths behind Balazzo and company, looking much sharper of late, and Cardenas gets the call for trainer Ray Phillips. Number 11, Original Train, his last 2 displays makes him the one to beat if he is still in that stead. Number 12, Bay Commander, ran against Better on the 19th of December over this trip of 7 furlongs to finish 6, 5 lengths behind Flowers 30, Barrio de Mundo and Muscatoon after being slowed into stride and ran very wide. Was a late run starter on the 9th of January, and for some reason I think this horse is a different horse now. He's capable of winning. Number 13, War Hero, ran a fair third, 4 lengths away from the winner, but will be getting some attention, but I don't think War Hero will be a hero comes tomorrow. My selection for the 6th race: number 12, Bay Commander; number 11, Original Train; number 8, Chief Prospect; number 10, Walter Matilda; number 6, Smashing One. Race 7, 8 starters. They go a mile or 1,600 meters. It's for 40s and up who have never won 3 races in their career. Number 1, Let Him Fly, consistent, but faces number 7, Awesome Treasure, again, who Let Him Fly finished 7 lengths behind 3 weeks ago, going 7.5 furlongs, which is just half a furlong less than tomorrow's distance. Number 2, DJ's Boy, good win in a seasonal debut 2 weeks ago over this identical distance of 1 mile, the 31st of January. DJ's Boy took up the running and pulled away to win like a 3-2 favorite should. Is facing a tougher field, now up in class, but should run well. Number 3, Colbert reverts to a more suitable distance, but is yet to get in front of Nemesis number 7, Awesome Treasure. However, is one who has been taken to task, and he and Let Him Fly, number 1, should fight out for a middle order slot. Number 5, Awesome Boy, has speed, but falters leaving the furlong point. The hood equipment is on. As I mentioned earlier on the show, this equipment limits the amount of noise that a horse will hear, and the jockey, in collaboration with the trainer, could ascertain that this is the cause. But as I mentioned also, not much people are in the stands, but there are still noises. So who knows? Let's see how far Awesome Boy can take them. First of 2 here for trainer Gary Sabrati and owner the Success Farm. The other entry, number 7, Awesome Treasure, small but fairly consistent U.S. importee, who is quickly back after that grueling run against Money Monster, finishing 3/4 length behind that one. Money Monster, a very good horse, and Awesome Treasure will be the favorite here. But I'm only concerned about 2 things: how small she is, and she just raced 1 day, less than a week. But Gary Sabrati, he's a top trainer. Dane Nelson, a top rider, and he rides her again. Number 8, Battle Dancer, Useful Colt, who's looking improved since that last win. Number 7, Awesome Treasure. Number 8, Battle Dancer. Number 2, DJ's Boy. Number 1, Let Him Fly. Could be number 3, Colbert for the 4th slot. Let Him Fly and Colbert should finish in the lower order. Race 8, small field once again. And let me say something about the small fields, especially going a distance of ground. Small fields are prevalent now at the racetracks in the Western Hemisphere. And for whatever reason, if you want to blame COVID, so be it. Going a distance of ground in the Western Hemisphere, there are not much stairs. Here in Jamaica, the proposed cutting back of the distance in the classic races. Yes, Jamaicans, we don't like changes, and in the earlier part, we rebel against it. But looking at it again, and let me give you an example. For the Trail Classics, how many horses do you see that will get a distance of ground? Right off the bat, further and beyond, Lady Anne. Lady Anne, is that? Yes. And maybe She's a Wonder. Rusty. Nothing much to talk about. So these horses running on the circular course as the norm. You won't have much field, you won't have much competition. But going shorter, you will have much more. So one can see why Supreme Ventures Racing Entertainment Limited team is considering shortening the distance for the classics as well as other races that goes 2 turns. Anyway, this race has 8 starters. It goes 9 furlong and 25 yards or 1,820 meters. Number 2, Sun City, very unreliable filly who ran well at times against some of last season's classic horses. I've run 20 times with the visor and most times with the tongue tie. Both are off for tomorrow. Well, let's see. I think Sun City though will run one of her good races. Number 3, Roses for Elf, did very good against the out-of-class DJ's Boy 2 weeks ago. 31st of January was up with the lead and finished 3 and a quarter lengths rather, second to DJ Boy. The Attorney General was a length behind. Decent chance with Rosie for Hell tomorrow. Number 4, Old Wash. Ran 1.5 lengths second behind stablemate Big Daddy over this course almost a month ago. Big Daddy Old Wharf was the third prize favorite then, and that's very interesting. But ran well, was in front of both Sun City and Rose for L in that race. So they'll meet again. Let's see what happens. Number 7, Princess Lizzie has pace, but seems to can't hold it. Number 8, Gambler, could be more focused this time against Roses for L, as in last when she finished 3 lengths behind that one when it ran second on the 31st of January. Tricky race. Any of these can win, but this is my order. Number 8, Gambler. Number 2, Sun City. Number 3, Roses for L. Number 4, Old Wharf. Race number 9, the penultimate race. And we have how many horses? 9 starters, 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters is for 5 years and up, who've never won 4 races in their lifetime. Number 1, Circle, very speedy, but 6 furlongs may be much a tall order for him rather. Number 2, Unknown Soldier, facing Nemesis again, but should have enough speed to chase a furlong to go from the winning post. Number 3, Blind Faith, may likely race a bit off the pace this time and could emerge victorious. Number 5, Super Emir, interesting. Omar Walker is on this one. Number 6, Raw Liquid, applause to trainer Maurice Crooks for having improved this one since he claimed him. Will factor in the outcome of this race. Number 7, Nevada, is having it tough since up in class, but it's consistent. Gets a veteran jockey, Trevor Simpson, who knows her very well. As a matter of fact, Trevor Simpson had scored a win aboard her. Number 8, Blood, Sweat and Tears, went out of his class and scored an upset win at 21-1 on the 30th of January, going 7 furlongs. Against the top ones here, most of them, but as a matter of fact, all of these were in that race, and Better Blood, Sweat and Tears upsetted them. Can't see why he won't make this 2 in a row, or he doesn't have a good chance of making this 2 in a row. Number 9, Hair of Fire, already won at 6 furlongs, but it's a while she ventures beyond 5.5 furlongs. One of these in this order of preference: number 3, Blind Faith, number 8, Blood, Sweat and Tears, number 7, Nevada, number 2, Unknown Soldier, number 6, Raw Liquid. The final race, the feature race, the Eileen Cliggott Trophy. Eileen Cliggott, the Iron Lady of Racing, died on October 15th, 2007 at age 90. The oldest female race horse trainer in the sport in her time. She was also the first female to lead a horse as a groom at the celebrated racetrack Royal Ascot in England in the mid-50s. Eileen Cliggott trained and mentored several top jockeys and grooms. The jockeys: Richard DePaz, Donovan Lindo, Carl Brown, the late Vasselin Dare, to name a few. She trained in England and came to Jamaica in 1958 with her husband, but her husband stayed just a while and went back to England to train. None such Persian Coin, Rumpelstiltskin were those that comes ready to my mind. What a woman. I remember her innocent smile, always approachable. Mrs. Eileen Cliggott, may your soul be at peace. 6.5 furlongs or 1,300 meters for 3 and up. It's a stakes race, a grade 1. Attracts a purse of $1.5 million. 9 starters. Very good race this. Number 1, England Rose, 4-year-old Bay Filly by natural selection out of Awufo by Royal Minister. Breeder, Winston Allen Kong. Owner, his son, Ian Kong. Groom, Garth Pennant. Anthony Thomas rides for many-time champion trainer Wayne DaCosta. England Rose, seeking a hat-trick of wins, have not been too iffy at exercise since November, and it shows in their subsequent victories. Will face her stiffest test yet, but must not be taken lightly. Number 2, Patriarch, a 6-year-old bay horse by Casual Trick out of Electrifying. Breeder, Last Salute. Owner, Vincent Main. Groom, Delroy Lewin, who has 2 horses here in this race, who groomed 2 horses in this race. And also trainer Fitzgerald Richards having 2 as well. Patriarch has to lead to hold off the closers, a difficult task for the name. Supreme Ventures Racing Entertainment Limited top sprinter in 2020. Number 3, Tuna Ciliata, a 5-year-old chestnut colt by Soul Warrior out of Red Gold by Wizard of Gold. Breeder and part owner Wilbert Bagwandine, Stefan Nairnsing, and Alex Braun are the other part owners. To far right, he's the groom. Tuna Ciliata is one of 3 here for the reigning champion trainer Anthony Nunes. Tuna Ciliata making his season debut, sprinting, looking very good at exercise, coming off those last 2 poor displays last season, at the end of last season. Loved it fresh, that I can tell you, and could close dangerously. Seeing it's likely the speed will collapse. Tuna Ciliata is dropping class and is very light. Number 4, Harris Trade, a 6-year-old chestnut mare by Discreetly Mine out of Sweet Dixie Gallop by Dixieland Band. Breeder, Bet Bear. Owner, PJK Team. Paul Anthony is the groom of his US imported mare. Richard Duraney, seldom used rider. He rides for Ian Pessard. Ian Pessard has 2 started in this race, the other being number 7, Father Patrick. Number 5, Universal Boss, a 5-year-old bay colt by Casual Chick out of Electrifying by Traditional. As a matter of fact, 2 brothers are racing in this race. The younger one, Universal Boss number 5, and the elder, number 2, Patriarch. Anyway, Universal Boss is bred by Elias Salute and owned by Stephen Narayan Singh. Shamari White is the groom. Omar Walker rides for Anthony Nunes. Working well after that fair display on the 16th of January, going 6 furlongs, when could have done better, but finished 3rd, 3.25 lengths behind Father Patrick, Duke, and Universal Boss. On the February the 3rd, skipped 5 furlongs in 59 3/5 alone and looked quite easy. Has to improve a bit. His last 2 efforts shows he can be held off the pace and close. Number 6, Sentient, 5-year-old chestnut horse by Strike It While It's Hot out of Lady Gata Deal by Footloose, Henry Jagai. ODJP breeds this one, the Success Farm, are the owner. They Nelson rides for Gary Sobrati. Sentient, Mr. Versatile, who has it, but has it all to do this time in this sprint. Number 7, Father Patrick, 5-year-old bay gelding by Nuclear Wayne out of Late Appeal by Appealing Guy. Breeder Edison Chai. Owner P. Ellis, T. Packnell, A. Cool Latarkin. And H. Pratt, Frank Spencer is the groom. O'Shea Nugent, the leading rider, rides for Ian Pessard's 2nd entry here. Super fit 5-year-old who is another here looking for a hat trick of wins, alike number 1, England Rose, has to get an enterprising ride to win, and this apprentice, O'Shea Nugent, is capable of doing that. Number 8, God of Love, 5-year-old Bay Gelding by the goal out of Chandadi by the Wildcat. Breeder Hampstead Limited, owner Vincent Main, and Patrick and Fitzgerald Richards' second entry here. God of Love is groomed by Delroy Lewin, also the groom of number 2, Patriarch. Christopher Undine, the 2019 champion rider, is aboard, who will be much more focused this time than last 2 starts. Sorry. Look at the picture on the exercise track and working very well. The 6th of February breathed 5 furlong in 1 minute and 4/5 easily. First 4 in 46 and 2/5. Signal that God of Love will play a vital part in Sunday's Valentine's Day. That's the rake. He could win the last race for his backers to go home to enjoy tomorrow's Day of Love, Valentine's Day. Number 9, Prince Charles, 5-year-old trusted gelding by Mind Over Matter out of She Spectacular by St. Appeal. Bred Hampstead Limited, owner Stefan Nairn Singh. Howard Anglin is the groom. Rain Lewis ride for trainer Anthony Nunes. 1-5 races at this distance and goes extremely well for this rider, Rain Lewis. Seen in good condition in the mornings. As a matter of fact, I think he's looking better since he has changed groom. And although has a lot to find to win, the speed could collapse and hand Prince Charles the victory. Perfect race to end the card. But number 8, God of Love, Sentimental, called it Valentine's Day. Number 7, Father Patrick, the horse to beat. Number 3, Tunis Liato, very dangerous. Number 6, Sentient. Regardless, I don't fancy this one much, but he could close. He's very versatile. Number 9, Prince Charles. Number 5, Universal Boss. Best 2, race 2, Catalina, race 10, God of Love. There will be no Monday recap show, but you will have another Open Gate Show special to look at. So many reasons to subscribe. You learn, you earn, you get info on how the horses are exercising, and looking where else can you get so much to help you be a winner. Wear your mask, practice social distancing, sanitize your hand, keep your hands sanitized, and make sure you stay hydrated with pure water, and ensure you are secure with BLC, gate CCTV, and gate apparatus, where that will give you all the security you will need. Take care, enjoy, remember to subscribe.